comments is like notes basically. So if you write the next line will print out that I am cool. Yes, so then you print this out like, well, I am cool. So then the this thing doesn't really do anything. It just tells you kind of like, it's kind of like a note. So for example, if you put like a method here, public void cool, and then we'll learn methods later, but right now we're just gonna use comments. This method will also print out what that I am cool. Sure. So then if you print this out, I am cool here, and then you to get the method in, you just do this, change it to static, and then save it, and then run it, and just say I am cool, I am cool. So comments is just like notes that tell you what you want to do. For loop is basically like a while loop, but it's like it has more elements and it's like easier to use and more efficient. So at the beginning, you name your variable, anything you want, and you assign it a value. And then while it's like at this case, while it's less than, let's say, 5, then I will get larger every single time. I plus plus, it just means I is equal to I plus 1. So then this could be greater than 5, but this will keep on running forever, and your computer will just die out eventually. So this could be like 10, and it'll just be like 10, 9, 8, 7, and 6, because you put a greater than instead of a greater than and equal to sign. But we're just gonna stick with this 0 and less than, let's say, 6. So it will run this loop until I is equal to 6, basically. Yeah, if I is equal to 6. So then it will run this loop. It's gonna print out I, or you could make it and also print out this loop will is equal to plus I. Save it. For loops. 0, this loop is equal to 0. 1, this loop is equal to 1. 2, this loop is equal to 2 until it's equal to 5, because it can't be 6 because it's not greater than and equal to, it's just greater than. And then yeah, so that's basically a for loop, but for loops definitely get more confusing because you could also do a for loop inside a for loop, another for loop, 0, and then if, for example, I'm just going to show you, if it is less than, let's say, I, less than 6, we're just going to print out, then print out, let's say, a star. Oh wait, no, it has to be print first, and then at the end of this loop, it has to have a line, because it's just going to go, so once it'll get a star and it gets to the next line, print a star, it'll print 6 stars, go to the next line, 6 stars, go to the next line, 6 stars, go to the next line. So this is basically the rows. It's like, let me just make a comment. So it's the rows, it's just like 1 and 2, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5, and then 6. And then the other one is like a column where it's like each row it will be like, oh, we want to print 6 stars in this row. And then the next time it's just 6 times, 6 times, 6 times, 6 times until this loop turns into 0. So let me just show you. It's a rectangle. If you want to change the rows you want, you can change to 8. It will be, you see, there's 8 rows. If you want to change the amount of columns, like to 100, see, it's going to be pretty big. Yeah, for loops are very important, especially in engineering, and yeah. Strings is basically like a sequence of like characters. I'm just going to show a quick example. So let's do string 1, that's my name, is equal to, whenever you create a string, you always have to have quotation marks. So I'm going to say, broccoli. I don't know how to spell broccoli because I'm bad at spelling. String 2 is equal to, let's say, steak. String 3 is equal to, let's say, like, pizza. So if I print it out, I hate to eat. So originally, I hate to eat this. I'm just gonna make it a comment to show. I love to eat blank. Plus, I also like to eat blank. Right? It is going to print out. I hate to eat broccoli. Whatever, I spelled it wrong. I love to eat steak. And I also like to eat pizza. There we go. So then let's go to the next line and actually print it out. So instead of typing those three words out, we just have to type out our name for the string. So I hate to eat, and then plus. Plus is we always use plus because that's just how it works. And then since we want a space here, instead of just like connecting string plus I love to eat space plus string 2 plus I also like to eat and space plus string 3. Save this. Let's run this. Eat broccoli. I love to eat steak. And I like to eat pizza. That's how string basically works. You could change the name of this to P to S to be anything you want. If we run this, I love to eat steak, and I also like to eat pizza. If we run this program called variable, it will be like this shape. We want to make this shape, right? But for example, instead of using 1, we want to change this to 2, and this to 3, or this to 4, and this to 6. We don't have to change every single one of this to make it different. So let's just remove this first, and then we could just change this to 3, and everything in this thing, every value here, we'll change to 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. If we want to change everything B, 6, and all the B's will turn into 6. So if I save it, run it, let's run it. It'll change. You don't have to change every single one. It's going to take a long time. So variables are very easy to use, and it just helps you save time. And it's a very important and core concept of coding in Java. We will be learning about difference between the print method, the print statement, and the print line statement. So let's do an example here. This out is like an easy way of typing print hi. Then the second one you do this out hi. So if you save it, and then if you run it, it will be in the same line. But for this one, if you put print line instead, it will be the statement will go to the next line instead of being on the same line. We're gonna have an introduction to methods. So a method is basically a collection of statements you could reuse over and over. So let's start by doing public static void, three keywords. You could do private, but right now I'm just gonna do public. And then inside, you could have parameters, or you don't have to have parameters. I forgot to name it. The good morning. So right here, I want to print out good morning. You could run it as many times as you want. You do this is how you do it. You just name it. You do this and go. And then you could do more statements inside. How are you? What did you eat for breakfast? And then lastly, it will run these statements as many times as you want. Good morning, how are you? What do you eat for breakfast? These 3 statements 2 times. You can also add parameters. Public static void hi. So then inside the hi, I want to do string name. The name is the name of the string. So then you print out, let's say, hi plus name. Yes. And then I'm gonna just add another statement. How was your day? Plus name. And then let's delete this and let's run hi. We have to add a name. So let's say Ethan. And then do another hi. No or something. And then it'll run this 2 times. Hi Ethan, how's your day, Ethan? Hi Noah, how's your day, Noah? So you could basically reuse it over and over. Let's do another example. We're gonna do a calculator that adds stuff. Inside add, let's make two parameters in A and B. Okay, let's do three parameters in C. You could have as many parameters as you want. Inside, you could have A plus B plus C. And then add A plus B plus C. Wait, no, sorry, that was three. It got to be three parameters, so 2 plus 3 plus 5. And add 5 plus 6 plus 7. 6 plus 7. You could also have the same name, but different parameters. Void add again, but let's say you have two parameters this time. And that is totally okay. So beginning, it will do 10, 18, and this one will be 6.